Chuck Crosby, Crosby Law Office. So last Friday, this is an alert for everybody. Again, something that happened to me. I'm sitting home, got a call from a guy named Danny, who says he's in my neighborhood, which is Norton Commons, and he's checking the roofs. And he mentioned Norton Commons, so he knows obviously that. And I'm not sure how he got my number. Anyway, you can imagine. He said, "We're checking roofs that have been damaged." He said, I said, listen, I know these scams. I don't even want to hear from you, but thank you for calling me because I can now alert everybody else on Radioland that you're out there. So Chuck, what? First of all, how are they getting phone numbers that?
That's easy.
So that's easy, huh?
Oh my God, yes. There's like 50 different pay sites you can go to. Things like People Finders, or there's a dozen of them, where you can type in an address, and you'd be surprised at how much I can pick up about you pretty quickly. Now there are ways to keep information off the internet, but there's about 50 different sites that you can go to. You type in an address, phone numbers, email addresses, all pop up.
Okay, and then the scam aspect of this is, again, these are guys just cruising neighborhoods, and
or maybe not. You never know.
It could have been at some call center, I guess.
Yeah, it could have been a call center. But yeah, I've run into these guys. They'll just drive through, fix a roof or something, and then they'll just drive through the neighborhood and call everybody, say, "Oh, hey, your roof is all messed up," and it's and then they come up with a bogus estimate, etc. That I don't know that I would ever hire a guy from a cold call to me.
Yeah.
I think I would, at least if you have somebody come in and you think they might be legit, always get a second opinion and on price. Son-in-law had a heater go out, had a guy come in, and they quoted this ungodly large amount. Of course, he had another outfit come in, and it was like a third less. I mean, a third of, not a third less, a third of the other quote. So it's always good to have extra opinions.
Yeah, this is the warning, and this is why I brought this topic up, because they're out there, and and this winter's not going to be any different. But we got to be on guard, and for all of those of you who are listening, and also people who are not, let those people know. Especially parents who are potentially victims of these guys.
And one other thing to keep in mind, these guys that do this, if it is the scam folk, because there are a lot of good mom and pop shops out there that do this kind of work. Don't get me wrong there. But the ones that are not quite so full of integrity, when they come through, any money you gave them, you can track them down. You can sue them, but you're not going to get any money out of them. That's the thing. So your recourse is really kind of slim.
Yeah, so be careful.
One other thing I want to add, because yes, I totally agree with everything you said, and just because the guy's knocking on your door doesn't mean he's really putting a roof on the Smith's house three doors down. Okay, but anytime they come in with this super extreme sense of urgency, you got to do it now. You got to replace your roof now. It's because, mold is coming, water leaks are coming, winter's coming. Anytime they're pushing that sense of urgency, that ought to be throwing up red flags all over the place.
That is one of the biggest red flags for every scam out there, is that sense of urgency. Yeah. Oh, hey, I'm sorry, you got to buy this car right now because I got 3 other people looking at it ready to bring me a cash, that kind of stuff. Yeah. But seriously, no, the wire or the scams where people are pretending to be sellers of property, always, hey, we got to get this done right now. No, I can't. You can't talk to me by phone. No, you can't see me. Blah blah blah. But it's always that sense of urgency that is, in my mind, the first red flag to fly up.
One more red flag, because I'm running this conversation from this past week in my head, and I remember now something that I didn't realize. He was calling from a call center. I could hear other callers,
the other people in the background.
Which is a clear indication he is not in my neighborhood. And
no, he's not.
Yeah, be alerted, folks. I should have grabbed onto that one at the top.
Yeah, it seems here lately I'm getting 4 or 5 phone calls a day at least, where, because whenever I answer my cell phone, it's always this, Chuck. I don't say Crosby, whatever, unless it's coming through the office line. But this, Chuck, isn't a hello. It's not a whatever. Whatever computer program they're using doesn't catch on to it, and it'll just be dead air for like 5 seconds, and then it'll click, and you can hear that it's a call center. Yeah. And then it just.
All right, you've been warned. Hopefully, folks, this helps a little bit somehow to let you know it's out there. We're going to be dealing with it for a long time to come, unless the laws change about these calls. I don't know that ever will. Yeah, we're moving on. if you want to hear and see a rebroadcast of our show, which has a lot of good information, go to LouisvilleAnswers.com. That's LouisvilleAnswers.com. That's a redirect to our YouTube channel where this show and others will reside for however long YouTube is around. Also, if you would like to see some of our Sokoler team reviews, actually read them, you can go to LouisvilleZillow.com or LouisvilleGoogle.com.